Yo, what up? It is the 29th of April, 2024. It is currently 9:52 p.m. on a Monday. And we've got some mail from the mail because we won the fishing tourney. Interesting. I'm not sure why that letter is completely blank. Oh, no, I want to keep this. I didn't. Okay, I guess that's a thing that can happen. Is this a traffic cone at least? I mean, fish trophy? Why did I say traffic cone? Wait, a traffic cone is in my inventory, isn't it? Yes, okay, that's why. Hello, Tangy. Meow. Hey, so Spoon, how are you doing with your HRA school, huh? Me, my place is like a total pigsty right now. Still, thanks to my rock and feng shui style. Oh yeah, we read this yesterday. Kinda bugs me out as if I clean my room, my feng shui might go bye-bye. Go rats, what should I do? I'm always talking about our feng shui. They do talk about their HRA schools a lot. I do not know where that letter is completely. I feel like at some point I have heard of like a glitch that makes letters, like certain letters like that, be, you know, blank. I don't know what kinds of letters that affects, if that's just a random chance, if that will happen continuously, if I've done something to, you know, cause that to happen. I don't know any of that. I might have seen that before, but I'm really not sure, and it's a bit confusing. Definitely wasn't expecting that. I also paused there for like a really long time because I was really confused. Alright, look at our money tree for today. And I've noticed I've lost a couple flowers in my garden. Maybe I'll try and restore them a bit. I don't know. It's sometimes it really does feel random that flowers go. Like it sometimes it feels like a flower will just randomly disappear and I won't even have seen it like wilted, so I don't even know like what happens if I really don't I just miss watering them sometimes, or if it sometimes really is just like random. I don't know, it's weird to me. I guess in my case, I can pretty easily cross-reference the flowers that are gone on any particular day with the flowers that were wilted the previous day. Oh, we can knock out 2 people at once. I gotta say, Monique, you've got a scraggly look going on today. Did you lose a bet or something? Feels so clueless about designer clothes. I spent all morning primping and styling. You've got to look stylishly disheveled, and all you can say is I look like I lost a bet. Why? So you did all that just to get noticed by guys? From where I'm standing, you got it all opposite. Can I give you some advice? I'm doing just fine without your advice, but I guess I could hear you out. Alright. Well, here's the deal. Cut out all that makeup. Without makeup, your face has way more impact. It'll hit guys like a runaway truck. You don't want to say that to Monique. You did not just say that. Yeah, I reeled a 45.7-inch long sea bass. Oh, what? Did I miss all this? Wait, what? Oh, sorry, this is new. This Saturday is the flea market. I was so confused. I thought this said, something about the fishing tourney being this Saturday, which was like, we just had one. Yeah, flea market this Saturday. Well, we're coming to the end of April, actually. Which, yeah, it's, oh god. That's almost... then we'll be a third of the way through the year. It's insane how quickly the year can pass on. Could go by, I suppose. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, before I start having a existential crisis, let's continue playing Animal Crossing. Cube. It's right at the door. Nice and easy to access. The other day I ran into a knife. I never knew someone could be such a light pockets. Yeah, Cube. It's a lifestyle thing. It's just a lifestyle thing. Yeah. Oh, let's see. So I need to talk to Hugh, Marina, Antonio, Pango. Hugh, Marina, Antonio. Hugh, Marina, Antonio, Pango. Yeah, okay. Let's go to Reds, though. Let's see. The password for today is high prices. Is that definitely the right... Yeah, high prices. Gotcha. And your problems are my problems. Come on, Red, give me something good today. Roses have high prices? Is this the right password? I might have looked at the wrong letter. I hope it's the right password. Because, I don't really like typing these messages. Oh yeah, roses have high prices? Is that a specific reference to something, or is that just a rant? Hello. Let's see. We have... Nice painting? Nice. What a nice word. I already have the nice painting. Or it doesn't exist. I ran into once a painting that's, it doesn't appear in the catalog. That I think some paintings get renamed sometimes if you've already gotten one of them. A bass. Not a bass. It was the fishing tourney yesterday, so I can see where that misconception would come from. I do not need a bass. But dum 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 dum. Oh, yeah. There's a bass in the background of the what is it? Nookungo music. Goes dum 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 dum. Yeah, I have the exotic chair already. Dum 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 dum. Actually, that's like the bass of the oh, that Mario 3, the roulette. Oh, I love that. Dum 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 dum. I love Mario 3. That's my favorite game like ever made. Which it sounds. I guess I don't know. It's a bit weird because first of all, I didn't play Mario 3 when I was like a kid. I only like first time I played Mario 3 was a couple years ago actually. And at first I was like, yeah, sure, it was fine. But then I like started replaying it, and I just start replaying it pretty frequently. To the point where now I replay it pretty often. I haven't replayed it in a while, actually. I bet Mabel and Sable have something big hanging over them. Oh, they might have that episode going on. Yes, Monkey, you know I like you, but you can be so dense. Once you see them, it'll be obvious. But yeah, I love Mario 3. It's just the perfect encapsulation for what I like in games, which is just, like, being able to replay it over and over again and still get that same amount of enjoyment. Like, man, it's such an easy... It's such a fun game. I just love it. Like, I don't know, and it's obviously very simple, but it has some cool mechanics, and the power-ups are cool, and I like the worlds, and a lot of the levels just have really cool concepts, and honestly, for the time that it came out, I think it's, like, really cool. Like, I used to like Super Mario World, personally, as my favorite Mario game, or at least 2D, but, and I like Mario World, but, you know, Mario 3 I just gravitate towards a lot more nowadays. But when it comes to the debate, the classic, it's probably one of the most, like, contentious, I'd say, like, you know, game debates of all time. At least of, you know, regarding two entries in the same series being, you know, Mario 3 versus Mario World. At least for me, I remember hearing that argument come up all the time. For me, Mario 3 wins easily. But obviously Mario World has a lot of cool stuff in it. I still love Mario World, I just like Mario 3 more, personally. Just look at this dress, it's one of Rich's signature designs. It has this unique tree hut style to it. I just want to buy it all. Now, I'm not going to go to Marina just yet, because I know that she's probably still sick. So I'll just buy medicine for her in a minute. So I just have to talk to Antonio and give Marina her medicine. Yeah, I love Mario 3, and it's... It's weird to say it's my favorite game, but I do genuinely believe that. I do struggle for stuff. I always struggle picking favorites. I'm really bad at it. Like, cause yeah, yeah, like, and it's weird. That's why I find it weird to say Mario 3, because it's like I've probably, had more memorable experiences in other games. I just find that Mario 3 has that consistency to me. Mario 64 is also up there, though. That game is also incredible. I love that game. What's weird about the Mario community is that it's very weirdly contentious as to what games are good or not. Like, I'll stumble upon discussions people are having where pretty much every single person will have their own unique list of games that are both good, or like, of games that are like the absolute best, and other games that are like horribly like bad. Like, there'll be people who are like, Mario Galaxy is the best game ever made, but Super Mario Sunshine is literally worse than Sin. And I just find it all very weird, because I'm just like reading all of this and thinking like, geez, I don't know, I kind of like all of them. There's only a couple. The only Mario game that I probably would say I actually dislike, like, not to the point that I think like something like New Super Mario Bros. That series is like really dull in terms of, it's very samey across the board. It's got a very dull presentation, all that. I still like the games. They're still fun enough. Like, sure, I'd play them. I'd sit down and play them. Again, a Mario game that I really don't like is 3D Land, which is probably a controversial opinion, I think. I don't know. I first played 3D Land like a couple. It would have been a while ago now, but I don't think I thought much of it when I first played it. And then I recall trying to replay it again one day, and then just finding it, like, really boring. And then, since then, so a couple of, I think it was, this year, I had a lot of spare time on my hands at the beginning of this year. Hence why I started this series, probably. But I did a thing where I played every Mario game, just like any percent, like just from start to finish, beat them, like in a sort of marathon sense, where pretty much it would be pretty much the only thing I would be doing during the day. And of all of them, 3D Land was like, ugh. And the thing about it, though, was once I did that whole marathon, which, I enjoyed doing, it was fun. I probably would do a bit more, like, I guess, not training, but, like, getting more used to the way the games play. And also the way I ordered it was a bit annoying. But anyway, once I did it, I was like, maybe I should give 3D Land another proper chance. And I did by doing a full 100% playthrough of it, and I really did not like it. I don't know. I think the thing I realized that I think this is why I don't like 3D Land, and even why I would say that the New Super Mario Bros. Games are better, even though they're arguably just as, if not more dull, is that in every Mario game, and from the very beginning in Super Mario Bros., one of the core, like, gameplay aspects of Super Mario Bros. Is how fast you're able to go. Let me just... Didn't you tell me once that you can deliver things as fast as a pro courier? Huh? You didn't say that? Oh, don't be so modest. That's not you. Come on, let's see your chops. Why don't you deliver this to Tangy right now? I'm sure you can do it in 10 minutes. Oh. Okay. Wait, are my pockets full? Oh, my letter pockets. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, a core thing, at least what I've noticed from Super Mario Brothers, is that that's a game where you're very much encouraged to go fast. If you've ever played Mario 1, and you found, the controls to be kind of janky, the thing with that is that it's, at least from what I understand, or from how I interpret it, the janky controls at a slow speed are almost an intentional part of the game, or at the very least, there's not as much focus put into being slower, because the game wants you to go fast, or it definitely encourages it, in terms of the risk-reward factor of it. And so, there's some good examples. Like, I think it's... I want to say 2-3, if you've played Super Mario Bros. The level where you're on the bridge and the cheeps are coming up. What's cool about those levels is I think 2 of them in that game, is that you can actually beat them by just running forward and constantly just, like, you know, timing your jumps. And if you're just holding B and running forward, you'll, as long as you time the jumps right, you'll avoid every fish. And that's a good, like, showing of the way that you can, you know, maximize speed, and that being, like, fun. Let's quickly talk to Mabel here. What's going on? Oh, it's just... I wonder if anything can be done about what I tell my sis's city folk complex. Oh, that's the game! What is that? I'm not sure when she first started showing signs of it, but it's part of her now. When it comes to people who moved here from the city, my sister can be cold. It's not like she's blatantly rude to them or anything. It's her eyes. They're ice. That does kind of foreshadow city folk, doesn't it? That's interesting. Anyway, so... yeah, what I found is, and then that sort of thing with the speed of Mario games is something that kind of carries in between pretty much all of them. I wouldn't argue from the US version of Mario 2, but that's kind of a weird case because it technically isn't a Mario game, whatever. But Mario 3, it has P speed, if you're not familiar. When Mario travels on the ground, he sprints on the ground, he builds up a meter at the bottom of the screen, and when that's full, he gains a ridiculous amount of speed, and if you carry that, you can go insanely quickly. And that sort of similarly appears in Mario World, although at way less of, you know, to less of a degree. And it sort of, you know, continues throughout. I mean, Mario 64 is full of cool little tricks you can do, which, you know, might not necessarily be intentional, but the main point is that they made a movement system that enables you to be able to play the game, you know, dynamically, which is a similar thing that they ended up doing with Mario Sunshine as well. And then you get to 3D Land after all these Mario games, and to me it's like the first Mario game where even at your maximum playing level, it just doesn't feel like you're going very fast at all. And obviously there is, you know, speed running for 3D Land and stuff like that, but it's just like this maximum sprint speed is really slow, and really the, like, best you can do is, like, long jump around, which even that isn't particularly fast. It just doesn't really feel good to go quickly, which is why I think that game is so boring to me. Let me clear my throat. Care for a cup of Java to pick you up? It's 200 bells. What plan would you like? Usual? Whatever you say. Then up comes 1 cup of your favorite blend spoon. Whatever you say. Care for a little pigeon milk to put in it? Yes, please. I think you're going to be very pleased. And it goes. There we go, at the perfect temperature to bring out the flavor, 176 degrees. 1 fresh brewed cup. Drink up. Oh, sorry. I got like a weird burp, like, coming up. That's weird. Thanks, I will. Sweet and mild. This can be none other than the world-renowned Pigeon Blend. Thanks. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on Mario 3D Land. And, like, so this is a thing that I kind of run into sometimes. There's 3 games that come to mind with this phenomenon that I experience, where I find a game is design-wise flawed, and yet the only thing I can find about it on the internet is, like, overwhelming praise. And you know what? I'm gonna play for a little bit longer. I'm going to try and get that mail delivery request out of Antonio, just so I can play for a bit longer and talk. So, yeah, so you find games that are overwhelmingly positive, and the thing is that I'm usually, like, I'm not a contrarian. I usually will, you know, assess things fairly. Obviously, there are exceptions to that. I'm biased against certain things. I'm biased towards certain things. I'm a human being. That just kind of happens. But sometimes I'll come across something that I, in my personal opinion, find so, like, there's something that bothers me about it so much that I can't fathom that people liking it, which sounds very, like, entitled and like, but in not the sense like I guess that I can't believe people like this. I think more so I just don't really understand it, and it's hard for me to understand it. And so I do have Google searches that I'll occasionally make that go read along the lines as why do people like X game, or sometimes X game is bad, just to try and find other, like, to sort of validate my opinion. And I know this isn't a thing that you probably should do because it kind of discourages free thought, but the reason why I do it is just because I feel like I don't want to be missing something, I guess. I don't know. Or better yet, I want to know, are the people who like the game missing something that I feel, or don't, see eye to eye on it. And the 3 games to where I feel about that way... Oh, let's read this letter first. I think I can show you. Hey, Fluxface, thanks for the good words. Means a lot to me. A potholder, you and me, sounds like fun. Bahaha, Antonio. Oh, a potholder, you and me. I thought he was saying that Hugh and Antonio together were a potholder, which I didn't understand at all. Ooh, my heart feels all warm now. Thanks so much, and say hi to Antonio. The 3 games to which I feel this way that have elicited a search of why is X game good are... One of them I feel particularly bad about saying. 3D Land, Mario 3D Land, as I've established. Mega Man 7, and, what was the last one? Donkey Kong Country 2. And now Donkey Kong Country 2, I don't think is a bad game. In fact, I really like it. I love the original Donkey Kong Country, and I really love the, things they improved upon in Donkey Kong Country 2. My main problem with Donkey Kong Country 2 is that the latter half of the game is so filled with these, like, gimmicky levels where you're not really playing as the Kongs and you're playing as, like, the animal buddies or the, or you're playing, like, they just have so many more levels in that game compared to the original that are, like, not platformy, I guess, and that really bothers me. And, like, I always, like, I think the degree to which it bothers me comes out only when I actually play the game, because thinking of it right now, I can't imagine it being that bad, but I know that if I try and replay the game again, I will feel the exact same way. What? Wait, what? Monique's giving me a picture? What on earth? She's been here for like a week. I'm starting to think that pictures aren't based off of friendship. I almost wonder if there's just some weird, like, amount of RNG to it. That's very strange. Well, I guess we'll look at Monique's pic. That's great. Well, 2 of the people I wanted pictures from, I've managed to get. Now I just need to get Tangy's and Antonio's. Not saying I'm going to let Monique or Pango move out anytime soon. I just... Oh, I'm keeping that in mind for if I ever want to. Alright, let's replace Barbara. Okay, let me just finish up my thoughts on Donkey Kong Country 2, and then I'll try and talk about the other one. So yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Next pick. No airbrushing necessary. Look at that picture. Wait, can I get a good angle of it? Not really. Wait, if I do this, you can kind of see it. Yeah, I mean, you can see it right there. So, the other games are Mega Man 7, which, admittedly, with Mega Man 7, it's a similar case with Donkey Kong Country 2, where my majority of negative feelings just come about towards the end of the game. I really hate the end game of Mega Man 7. And I really don't like the bosses, like fighting the bosses. There's this thing that they do with the bosses in Mega Man 7 where... this is gonna sound like gibberish to someone who's not familiar with Mega Man, but in Mega Man, you know, your default weapon is the Mega Buster. It's an arm cannon that shoots pellets. Now, in Mega Man 4, they introduced the Charge Beam, which is where that if you hold down the fire button, you get a beam that does more damage, but the trade-off is obviously that you have to charge it instead of just firing it quickly. That decision is one that has sort of changed the way those bosses have been designed, because they're not really looking for you to rapid-fire hit them with the pellets anymore. They're looking for you to do those sort of mediated charges. But the way I play Mega Man is by doing that sort of rapid fire style. And Mega Man 7 in particular, they give the bosses a lot of defense against the Mega Buster that you can just like look like, go in on them with bullets and it just feels like it does nothing. And that, and also the final Wily Capsule boss sucks. And also, you have to play it right after the boss rush. So if you game over on the Wily Capsule fight, you have to do the boss rush again, which is really annoying. My favorite Mega Man game, Mega Man 3, doesn't do that, and that's one of the reasons is because I hate having to do the boss rush again after I game over on the final boss. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Maybe I'll talk more on my feelings on those games in the future. Yeah, that's going to be about it for today. I'm very surprised that I got Monique's picture so quickly. But yeah, see you tomorrow.